all she'd say was cha-cha-cha. Like that. And then the guys were like, we can do that. So they started playing like that, whatever. And she started singing like in Taiwan or whatever. And she was like, Taiwan thing. And then she'd go, then whatever, cha-cha-cha, and the whole crowd would go cha-cha-cha after her. She had a whole crowd going. She sang this whole song. Yeah, and she had like 15 people there with her and like other people. And so they were going wild. So funny. She ended up winning. They gave her a bottle of tequila. And when she got it, he handed it to her and she went. And she got it.
Okay, everyone. Say hi to the Velascos.
Velascos are here.
Half of the Velascos are here.
Already missed Uncle Luis. And it's Smart Remarks. It's been a long day, Luis. But even though you didn't cook anything, it was still real good food.
So we gonna get a streak already?
You should have been here.
I don't know if I'm underneath or not.
You should have come, Luis.
Missy, what do car sales persons
I rule.
call each other as?
What?
What do car salesmen call each other?
They're snakes. Snakes.
Snakes.
Car salesmen call each other snakes.
All car salesmen call each other snakes.
We know car salesmen, we call them the weasel.
Because car salespeople are the most uncouth, the most unscrupulous, the biggest liars, and they'll do anything.
The car salesman, really, though. It's
Huh?
people above them. It's the car salesman.
People above them that make.
Well, let me tell you what, the car salesmen are unscrupulous, and then the people above them are even more unscrupulous.
Like finance guy.
Oh, you get to the finance person and you really won't be a snake. But the car salesperson is only going to tell the customer what he wants him to hear in order to buy the car.
Trying to get people to buy.
No. You're supposed to have.
Right, there's a price tag.
You're supposed to have knowledge. But
I'm tired, right?
Where's Gavin? Gavin.
most states.
Come here, say hello to Grandma and Papi.
Wait a second.
Oh, hi, Grandma and Papi. Is that what we're saying right now? Yeah, say hello to Grandma and Papi.
No, wait a second. Let me reset something here. Hi.
I can say hi. Okay, now the reason this shoe is untied is because my shoes are Taiwan shoes. I only tie one of them.
Made in Taiwan.
It says inside, made in Taiwan. So Sophia asked me how come I had it untied, and I told her.
Is it adventures?
Sophia's thinking Isabel. This guy is not only old, he's weird.
And that's the worst part, is he's blood relative.
Oh my.
Say hi to Grandma and Papi.
Oh my God. Hey, go, puppy. Come visit us.
Jacob, do you want some cool breezes?
Okay.
Hi.
It's Missy
Just
that
back
they
from
haven't
Cancun.
seen back from Cancun.
Today, I'm tired.
When's the last time they saw Missy?
When was the last time?
Since the last time you were in California?
It was like, I don't know, how many years ago?
Las Vegas is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's at least 4.
Uncle Louis, we had a lot of good food even though you didn't make any of it.
Mm-hmm. Good
We've been
food.
talking about you all day, missing you.
You guys need to say hi to Grandma and Papi.
Hi, Grandma and Papi.
What are you guys doing right now?
Playing a computer game called Johnny Quest.
It's too late, Maury.
We're giving the tour.
You're giving the tour.
Master bath.
It's master bathroom
Start here.
that Sophia's using in there.
Yes, she's tweezing her, I don't know, splinter.
Okay.
We haven't done anything to the house, though. That's why those terrible curtains are still up there. I'm looking for wood blinds.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't show them the terrible curtains.
Yeah.
Wood blinds.
Wood blinds, yeah.
Oh, did you purchase
In the estate of
No,
Maury
that's
and
the
Robert.
entry.
The entry.
And this is our
The entertainment area.
The entertainment area.
Dining.
That's where we ate over there earlier.
Burning over here.
Where the family ate.
This is the burning area.
Yeah, that's the burning room. This is the dining room. If I'm doing the cooking, it's the burning
And who's this person over here?
That's my husband, Robert.
Hello. What?
Say hi to my mom and dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Oh, and this is your a huge
Yeah, go into the
walk-in
huge
pantry.
in our pantry, but we don't. I try not to get too used to it because we're gonna cut it in half actually.
What's it going to turn into?
Well, it goes out into the garage, and so we can only get one car in there.
Ah,
We're gonna bring it back in to where we can get.
and maybe turn it into a two-car garage.
Right.
And here's Jacob.
Jacob had a little accident, so.
But isn't that silent white teacher?
All right.
Just a little one. Now we're going into the guest entrance. Guest
The left side of the house.
Quest
Guest
World.
bathroom.
Yes, guest bathroom.
And here's one of the extra bedrooms.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's big enough. We haven't done anything to this one either.
This
That's
is
why
where
it's
we're going to
pink.
stay when we come visit them.
That's right.
Quest World. Daddy, look at it showing Quest World. I'm Johnny Quest.
I guess this thing opens up too.
Yeah, futon. This is Robert's kind of workroom where he does stuff.
Okay.
But Dina sleeps here when she comes.
This is cool. Watch, watch. This guy
Yes.
blows up. Watch.
I know what Robert does.
Look, this guy blows up.
He tells you he's an engineer of some sort, but he's actually just playing games in
Yeah,
here.
I think so too. Playing SimCity or whatever it is. And that's it.
All right.
There's a front
It's
yard.
dark outside now, so we can't see the outside.
That's right.
So, Magita Luis, when are you coming to Texas? Now that your family's here.
Yeah,
You
hopefully
need to be here.
Luis, ya necesitas venirte para acá, cuñado. Y dejar a la gente en San Diego en paz por un rato.
We'll translate. Translate come in or translate for to leave the people, the
I
relatives
said,
in
you
San
need to come over here for a while and leave the people in San Diego in peace for a while. Yeah, estamos todos muy felices con tu hijo. Y pues lo queremos mucho.
And then you wind up with potatoes.
Part of the secret, too, I think, part of the secret, though, I think, is the fact that they got cold.
Yeah.
That made the texture of the potato steak better. When they're hot, they'll come apart.
Okay, he's listening now.
Ya, nos estás oyendo, Luisito. Nos pasamos un día fantástico ahora. Vino tu cuñada Martha Ann y su
We have pictures. We have pictures of them.
y su yerno nuevo y su esposo. Y vas a ver en las fotografías que Martha Ann tiene ya 41 años, ¿verdad?
No,
42 y se mira mejor que todas las mujeres que tienen 20.
She is pretty. She looks pretty good.
She left weight.
Oh,
She quit running. She used to run those 15-kilometer races.
yeah.
Wherever. No.
Did it mess up her legs or something?
Nah,
that why
she's
she
just
quit running?
getting old and her legs are beginning to hurt a little bit, so she figured it's time for her to.
She's got that thing in her mouth.
Así es de que tuvimos mucha gente aquí ahora, Maguita, y
nos acordamos de ustedes.
que nos acordamos de ustedes, no buenamente, pero como que.
Maguita y es Luis.
Y luego fuimos al pueblo, ahí donde está el río, y anduvimos mero enfrente del Álamo ahí tomando fotografías, que vas a ver después. Y tenemos mucho gusto que esté la familia aquí junta. Si hubieras estado tú aquí, Maguita, pues hubiera sido todo perfecto. Aquí estamos muy a gustos, hay bastante donde ir, por qué comer, y pues ahí le vamos a seguir echando ganas. Así es de que nos da mucho gusto ya que tenemos a tu hijo aquí nosotros, y vamos a estar aquí con él seguido, hasta que ya nos corra. Tus nietos,
He thinks that it's going to take a picture.
tus nietos todos son medios preguntones, pero también se nota que son muchachos
Y a uno
inteligentes.
le pasó un accidente.
Uno de ellos tuvo un accidente chico, pero quería verse como mormón o Natalia. Como musulmán más bien, no mormón. Así es de que ya estamos bien y... Pues de qué se está
Mormón.
hablando? Musulmán.
Who's that?
Musulmanes.
Oh, Muslim. Okay.
Sí, un musulmán.
Messed up there for a second.
Sí, mormones una cosa y musulmanes otra. Es que si seguimos aquí, vamos a cuidar al muchacho aquí bien con Minerva y con todos sus nietos y con Sofía. Y les va a gustar bastante aquí con nosotros, vas a ver. Acabo que ya me estoy haciendo muy viejo y ya me voy a jubilar y me la voy a pasar en las casas de toda mi gente hasta que se aburran de mí. Pero sí tenemos bastante gozo este día de hoy y vamos a seguir, nos da mucho, mucho gusto. Estamos aquí juntos como una familia, era lo que necesitábamos. Y gracias a Dios que ahora no nomás tenemos a la familia, sino que tenemos a tus nietos aquí con nosotros, son jovencitos y chiquitos. Y me quedé mirado porque yo siempre que tengo una reunión hay puras mujeres, yo ahora había muchos machos.
You have to translate that whole thing for Minerva.
A lot of girls, women, and now
Yeah, because remember he's saying he's just taking care of everything.
And this one is all boys. He wanted to climb on top. He was going onto the roof.
Salúdale a su hijo Harvey y ojalá y cuando vayas allá a la capital en Washington DC tengas tiempo de traerte a un hotel en Virginia que se llama los Bed and Breakfast. Me han dicho que está muy bonito ahí porque en Washington DC dicen que está muy nublado porque hay muchos negros. Así es de que ponte abusado, cuñado, y a ver dónde te quedas por allá.
Well, he's gonna be this week.
Yeah, he's gonna be there with his birthday.
Before he goes down.
Yeah, for the reunion. 40-year high school reunion.
Ah, sí, está la señora Sandra Staten esperando a Maguita para la reunión de quién sabe cuántos años. 40 years? 40 years?
Because cardinal spirit never dies.
That's right.
40 years.
Because cardinal spirit never dies.
You all come to the truth. We're all religion cardinals.
Oh, Carlton.
Except for Dad. Dad quit school.
Dad's a spirit.
No,
Dad quit school.
I am a Panther. I am my...
Well,
High
an
school.
You
honorary.
and Roy are Panthers.
He's an honorary.
Not even. He quit when he was in the 10th grade, so it didn't even count.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
But I did graduate from high school.
Once you were
I didn't get a GED.
And all the girls thought you were hot.
I went to Western High School and graduated as a Panther.
Well, you were aware of
They
it.
say
Our
that
brothers,
now,
man.
because
Sí,
you're not a
porque
cardinal.
estaba en una escuela y donde
But
había
you're not a
cardenales
cardinal.
y las panteras se comen a los cardenales.
Cardinals can fly.
Let's sit here. We'll talk to Luis for a while, okay? We gotta talk to Luis for a while.
Look, you have
I
to
know,
hold,
Dad.
you have to hold up the cardinal.
Oh, man, let me say, there's only one Panther here. Because Roy's a Panther, but he's in Harlingen, so.
Yeah.
And you know, look how Roy turned out. Oh, my God. But anyway, Luis, I was remembering and telling Sophia, because she asked me if I had ever gone anyplace with y'all. She says, because you have to just get up and go. And I said, yeah. And she said, why don't you know where we went? So I told her about the marina. We had a lot of fun. He took me to the marina. I came out of the shower one day, and Granny couldn't go because she didn't have time to change. She couldn't barely enough time to pick a wardrobe to go to the marina because the sun goes down, and you got to get there because the sun doesn't wait for Granny. Okay. And so I came out of the shower, and he looked at the time, and he said, "Mama, we're jumping on the marina." Okay, so I just took off. My hair was still wet. And Jacob went with us. He was a little bitty baby. And we went down there, and Granny had time to change, so she didn't get to go. But he said, Louis said, we had to go because the sun goes down into the water. But it just takes like 15 minutes, the sun, right? And so we raced down to the marina, and my hair dried in the way because, there's no air conditioning in the car, so your hair is blowing in the wind. And we get down there to the marina, and the sun went down into the water. And then we saw some cousins of yours, they got a boat. But I don't know who they were. You have so many. And they were down there with a boat. And so we went for a boat ride. And Jacob went, but just a little bit. We all got in the boat, and we took off, and he was a little bitty baby. And because he's a baby, and what if something happens? So they gave us, so we took off on the boat, and I was like, okay, y'all, and it was like right before we were gonna come back. And I said, okay, y'all, you're gonna punch it on this boat. And I'm still trying to dry my hair, right? I said, y'all, we can go fast now. Maguita Luis on here, the baby's on here. Just let it rip. So we took off. Man. I mean, like, we were going like 70 on this boat. It was our first day with the boat. And we just took off. But we had a blast. We had a great time. And then we went, and then another time I don't know how I ended up going. We went to the little, where he had this little place that he makes his brass thing. That real junky place. And I didn't know where I was going. And I changed, that day, and I had on white pants.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm wearing long, billowing white pants.
The worst thing to wear to that place.
And I'm going over there because Luis has to change a faucet for the lady that lives there. And I don't know where we're going. This is how we go. I'm there, and he says, "There goes that shrimp cocktail." Yeah, vámonos. Okay. All right. And Granny's not even there. It takes her too long to change anyway. So okay, so we take off. And he goes and has to buy the park first of all. So we go to like Silver Square or something. Get the park. And then we go to some place that I don't even know where we are.
A junkyard.
It's a junkyard. And Luis has the keys. And we walk in and he tells me it's his rental property and he's got to do some things and talk to some people. So I'm walking around this junkyard in long white pants. And they're white leg pants. And they're new. I just bought them. And I'm walking around and he's like, "Oh, you need tells me. No me tardo." Okay, we're there for 45 minutes. But he changed the faucet real quick.
Ponete compró el cóctel de camarón.
Yeah, and it was real good. We went to this real, and the reason he didn't want to take Granny is he said, "Yo sé que tu abuela no le gusta estos lugares." Because it was a real dive, but it was real good. It was this big styrofoam cup. I mean, it was like this big for like $3 or something. Wow. And it was just little bitty shrimp a foot. I mean, it was full. It was like
but that's how they make that cocktail, shrimp cocktail.
The place only had like 4
tiny
tables.
shred, but a whole bunch of them.
And it was just so soft. I mean, you could just like drink it. It was so good.
Yeah, it's the tomato.
And so that's how we ended up at that weird junkyard. That was the price I had to pay for shrimp cocktail. He was like, that's what he said. I'm sitting there minding my own business, like reading the paper or something. And he was like, "There's that shrimp cocktail?" Well, yeah. Vámonos. Okay. And I mean, he couldn't have taken it. Could you see Granny at the junkyard?
Mom said she went in with Mama Lela one time to, it was a Goodwill or one of those Salvation Army type places, and that as soon as Mama Lela walked in the door, she said, "Oh no, Maguita, you can't do this," because she said she got sick to her stomach. She felt sick. She said, "Oh no, that smell, no," and she left.
And I think they took her to a cha-cha once.
Oh yeah, Luis insisted, and that was not right.
No.
Yeah,
Sí, Luis, we're remembering.
We're talking about it. We're remembering the fun we had.
Los buenos tiempos. Y vamos a seguirle teniendo buenos tiempos.
Even though we pick on you.
Si hablas con Chole, salúdale. Y Luis Barranco también. Raúl Barranco, Luis, dile que estábamos pensando de él hace rato. Nos acordamos por el esfuerzo que hizo cuando falleció Amalila. Así es de que vamos a seguir aquí para adelante con toda esa gente. Míralo, ya viene bien.
Renewed in spirit.
Tell what happened. He's telling Spanish.
Yeah.
Ya dijo, no. Este muchacho ya trae pantalones, Luis, porque le pasó un chiste. Y tú sabes qué chiste le pasó, ¿verdad? No fue el número 2, fue el número 1. Estábamos ahí. Y dijo que él iba a ganar, aunque era medio mexicano, y lo subió.
He saw the Texas flag flying over the Alamo.
It was too much. Couldn't contain his excitement. His roots.
Ahí se jodió.
The Texas flag instead of the
Fíjate que ahí donde andaba el famoso James Dewey con su navaja, este muchacho lo mío. Y donde andaba el famoso David Crockett con su carabina, este muchacho lo mío. Y donde andaba Santana, tu primo,
¿Tu primo? Tu nieto le dio a tu
Porter, Minerva doesn't know what we're
People were just peed on.
And even your cousins said that.
David Crockett.
Hey, those are my relatives.
Got your relatives and Bobby's relatives all in one shot.
James Bowie and General Santa Ana and everybody, he peed all over.
What was my mom telling us?
Oh, that she was a descendant of somebody who fought in the Alamo.
Really?
Well, it's returned.
Ya te diste cuenta que
She's an Alamo survivor.
Daughter of the
Neto
Alamo.
Jacob se aventó el vato.
Además, ya se me hizo mi hija.
Oh, I
I can just hear him.
I just hear him.
Don't say it.
He's going to say stuff about this. He's going to say, ay, estaban hablando de mí.
Is that still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to
We're
hear
talking to your hobby.
Telling Papi what happened.
telling your puppy.
Well,
No,
because
it's telling Grandma. What do you want to tell Grandma? I mean,
Ay, Magita, fíjate todos, la conversación la estábamos dirigiendo a Luis, pero a ti también hemos estado pensando de ti todo el día. Porque estaba yo pensando de llamar a Lela y tenemos mucho gusto porque estamos aquí como familia. Así es de que ya sabes que estamos bien gustosos aquí, porque ya sé por qué quieres tanto a tus nietos y por qué los echas menos. Tienes una familia muy bonita y todos tan chicos. Nosotros ya las hijas están grandes y estamos ahorita creando Alexas, estamos batallando con él porque es muy mentiroso
medio vanidoso.
y tiene mucha vanidad, se quiere mirar en todos los espejos, Magita.
¿De quién sacó?
¿Quién sabe quién sacaría la vanidad? Dice que las muchachas que lo ven, que creen que está hot y nosotros no sabemos qué tan hot puede estar. Y lo llevamos con Della May la semana pasada y Della May vive en un gated community y ahí estaba Zeke y ahí estaba Mary también. Más que Mary ahorita tiene que ir que lo operen porque no le circula la sangre bien y está lista para irse otra vez en otro viaje.
De Las Vegas.
Para Las Vegas. Pero, I don't know. Pero tu prima, Della May ya se ve media vieja, Magita, así como miro yo. Estaba pensando, nomás que ella se pone todo el maquillaje y se peina las caras. A mí se las pinta. Pero las chamacas de ella también están muy bonitas, medias morenonas. Y la otra hija de ella se está haciendo muy famosa en Hollywood. Nos dimos cuenta que está viviendo en la casa. En la casa que era el estate de la película The Bodyguard. Ahí se está quedando ahorita y según entendemos el productor o el director que es muy famoso, uno de los que hay en Hollywood, la quiere mucho. Así es de que esta muchacha en nuestra familia está agarrando mucha fama en el mercado de las películas. Della May vive en una casa en una colonia que se llama Buckingham. Tienen el guardia ahí cuando entras y tienen que anunciarte. Un lugar muy bonito. La casa es de 2 pisos y nos dieron de comer muy bien. Así es de que estamos muy felices otra vez. Ya tenemos 2 semanas que no hemos estado en la casa.
been out away from home for 2 weeks now?
No, just on the weekend.
Así es de que vuelvo a trabajar, pero nada más un rato porque nomás llego a la casa y está el burro ensillado. Y ya tiene una parte del estribo. Así es de que los tenemos que ir cada weekend y aquí andamos en San Antonio. No tenemos dinero, pero andamos muy contentos.
And Dad's still ordering wine even though he has no money to pay.
Y no traigo ni dinero para comprar, pero donde quiera que llevo a hacer un vaso de vino tinto, algo fino. Y luego les pido a las muchachas que por favor paguen por mí, porque no tengo vergüenza. No tengo dinero, perdí la vergüenza y el dinero juntos.
And then he wonders why his grandson is the way he is.
Y luego dicen las muchachas que pues me pienso por qué será Alexas como es. Quién sabe, a lo mejor es como su abuelo. Así es de que a todo dar nos la pasamos ahora. Bendito sea Dios, le doy gracias a Jesucristo y honra y gloria a Él de todo lo que nos pasa. Estoy bien contento. Ojalá y se pase el tiempo pronto para que estén ustedes aquí con nosotros compartiendo estos buenos tiempos. Y se acuerdan, el Señor que nos dio aquella comida de marisco muy sabrosa que a mí le gustó, donde había el caldo tlateño y que había el caldo siete mares. Se abrió otro restaurante que es de él y la comida ahí está mejor. Tiene un ceviche tremendo. Así es de que tan pronto como lleguen ustedes aquí y llegue Gabriel y Minerva allá, nos vamos a llevar a comer ahí. Y luego aparte de eso quiero llevarlos al lugar en Reynosa que se llama la Macala. Los platillos ahí están tremendos, todo el hombre es un chef completo. Así es de que te preparas. También los norteños, Marita y Luis, ¿te acuerdas que a Mario le gustaba a los norteños? Ahí enfrente del mercado en el Matamoros. Ya se cambiaron después de 45 años y ahora tienen un restaurante más bonito, más fino, más elegante, tiene arriba y abajo y tienen bar y todo. El cabrito todavía está tremendo y las fajitas están casi tan buenas como las que hice yo ahora.
Everybody's making fun of Dad now.
Ya no sé
Because
qué
he's
decirte.
61 years old. So we're gonna make fun of him. He's 61 now.
Ya no sé qué más decirte, porque ya me corrigieron. Nadie habló, pero todos saben corregir. Hay mucha gente aquí que se lo cuenta en su manera de expresarse, pero como quieren que todos piensen que van a ser muy inteligentes, no dicen nada. Así es de que
He thinks he's Raúl Velasco. Talking to Luis Velasco.
ya también quieren que le corte, fíjate.
Well, Sophia, you got a new message you gonna send Poppy and Grandma?
Okay, well now it's only getting from you over to that table
Okay,
there.
so now y'all gotta talk.
So now you all have to say something.
Tell us about your cancer.
My big old belly like legs show it too.
The bones.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of leg showing.
My face is kind of shiny too. I'm really double on roll kind of too. There's all the boozing. Yeah, last night.
From Cancun.
From Cancun.
Well, you haven't sent a message yet.
Tell us that you
Did you say hi to Grandma Poppy?
Oh yeah, you need to go to Cancun if
Yeah,
you
they
haven't
did.
been. Go.
Listen.
It's beautiful.
You've been bitten by something.
Yeah, I think
Hello to Grandma and Poppy.
Texas.
Hello. Hello. Let's see about
Tell me what to do.
Hi.
Tell me what to do inside. We don't understand. Like, what is it? What is that?
You thought he was right to drink that?
Sophia got bitten by something out there,
Some creature, some Texas creature.
and BT put some stuff on her foot that you can put on your foot or you can drink it.
Whatever you want to do with Marita, inside or outside.
Here's whatever.
Here's everything.
Didn't you put that stuff on it?
Go ahead.
No, that's a little ball. That little ball right there. Right in front of
And
her.
she's still with us, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Do it. So Aggie says, I just feel parasites and
susto.
Water. You should do it on all four of them.
Well, guess what? Okay, this is
We
for
have
like
those
the
extra
wildlife
things to
stuff.
do, okay? We did it with the
So what do
neighbors.
you do?
It's true.
Before we became Christians, man.
What do you think?
And whenever you all get sick or anything like that, and you have these fevers,
Which would be good. I mean, after coming back from
the doctor
Mexico.
couldn't take care of you with
Like
the
over
things
the
you
vegetables,
take.
yeah. And it just drips out. You know,
Yes, sweetie.
You rubbed it and you can drink it.
All over you. Not all over myself, but all over your dad.
And then of course.
And then we took a broom and we swept it.
Okay, this is no talking. So you can either drink or you can put on your foot.
Except I reached the doctor. It ain't too much. But we used to practice all that stuff. But we don't practice it.
I'm afraid it worked with the little.
But every time a little kid gets sick, you know, and he's got the thing, they do the egg thing. Well, it's part of what las curaderas do. It's what curaderías do. And let me tell you what, I got to say,
Mama, I still remember when Grandma was one that was getting
she
that
was raised in Pentecost.
I got too much. I could try time and Grandma got all the way away out of the
And her parents, she's very well to do. Her name is Mary the Youngest. Dude, her husband's a great guy and great consumer. When you see it home, and you'll see it.
I mean, Jacob's more present because he has more rights.
You know, last night I
Remember this.
But Zachary doesn't come like
So,
and you
still here,
know,
Mom?
and
So Mary,
Step on the
kid gets sick.
for you.
I've been waiting for my mom pants last few days.
She does everything with the doctors and the whole thing, and the kids,
Wake
people
up in the
will
middle of the
not
night crying.
go.
They're itching, they're sleeping,
2 or 3 days
scratching,
go by
they
and
stabbed
they
on.
get the
I was
demons.
scratching mine in my sleep.
Over
Doctor's
He was
done everything.
moving his
He's
leg
got
and then he
it
was
down.
20 minutes.
But you're not helping in your
I walked
sleep.
in
It's
and
just a reaction
she
to
said,
sculpture.
He said it's just the carbonation.
I said,
Now
yeah.
they're looking better.
What do you do?
And I bought that. I remember to bring spray this
Mary,
time.
you already prayed.
On Saturday.
She said, I need to get you.
She
went home.
really down with the
People went
cost of
away.
living and have unlimited sprinklers.
But like, and you could see like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like, they are.
You know, one of my
I'm sure
girls
those are-
Well,
Yeah.
yes, that's my
Well,
right, but I did that all our lives.
They're always around the front door.
So that they might over her like the roses.
You know, I was very sick.
And I put it on the record.
My tonsils taken out when I was 20 years old or 21 years.
Your tonsils?
Yeah. And immediately after, what happened to me was that I had a traumatic response to the ether. And then they sent me home and the ether was still in me. And most of the time when people get up and they've had ether, they throw it out.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I had them taken out when I was 11.
Okay, and I didn't do none of that. And then at night, I had these vivid dreams, you know, like if, I don't know.
You ever hallucinate?
Well, yeah, like hallucinogen. Yeah, there you go. And it was picture yourself on a boat in a river at Tangier, you know, that poem on a tangerine tree, a marmalade sky, that type of thing. So I don't know what happened to me. I must have gotten frightened or something. And for 6 months straight, I couldn't keep anything in my stomach, and I was sick of my stomach every day. So I went from being 185 to losing 40 pounds.
I can have all of it.
And I got down to 145 pounds, and the doctor was giving me tranquilizers and Valium, or I don't know what the hell he was giving me, but nothing was working.
But they're good.
And I walked over to the restroom one day, and I must have looked like death warmed up. And Mommy was in there, and she said, ¿Todavía andas malo, muchacho? And I said, yes, Mommy. She said, ¿te estás tomando las píldoras que te dio el doctor? And I said, yes, I'm taking them. Deja todo ese mugrero, vamos para casa. So I didn't know they were right. I was married already and grown, but Mommy is still the boss. And we already had the house. She said, vamos para tu casa. So I went over to the house and I said, okay, my brother. She said, tráeme una sábana y una escoba. So I went and got the sheet. She said, now you lay down right here in the middle of the house. Acuéstate aquí en medio de la casa. Y ponte así en una cruz. You know, lay down like a cross. And then she puts this cover on me, this sheet, and she starts praying. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And she starts sweeping me on top of my face and all of this. And I'm going, wow, man, what's going So she does that whole thing. Then all of a sudden, I double breathed, like when you, like that. She said, "Oh, ya estás bien." And she took the sheet off the boat. And I said, "What do you mean I'm okay?" She said, "Well, the frights left you. Ya se te salió el susto." I said, "Okay." So I got up and I went over to the restaurant. And as we're driving over to the restaurant, I'm getting hungrier and hungrier. We get to the restaurant and she says, "¿Cómo sientes? How you feeling?" I said, "I'm fine." She said, "¿Traes hambre?" And I said, "Traigo mucha hambre." She said, "Okay, ahorita te hago unos huevos rancheros." I said, "Well, instead of 2 eggs rancheros, put 4 or 5 in there." I hadn't eaten well, okay? And then she put bacon on it, and then the salsa ranchera, the beans, and then she made the fresh flour, which I missed today, big time.
Oh, well, that's what fixed
Woo!
That's what healed you right there. Was the fresh flour Forget all that Zuko stuff.
Let's tell Miss Marquita about today's tortilla adventure. Oh, what happened? We're eating flour tortillas with these.
To this day, which is 40 years ago, I never been scared again. When you think about us Mexicans, we've got this problem. We're not some of the most beautiful people in the world. We're good-looking guys, but most of us are kind of obese and bad-looking. Obese.
Well, you gotta tell them what they already
Okay, and then we're kind of obese and bad-looking, but they're always healing us for Oco. You know, you're only supposed to have Oco when you're
good looking, because too many people are looking.
Yeah, okay, so it doesn't go with that, right? Now, why do they heal you of Oco, which is a sickness that will come to you according to superstition because you're good looking and we're not? And then we're supposed to be real machos, which means nothing scares you, and they're always healing us of being scared. So it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that, but I can sense it.
Well, tell her about what you told your aunt about praying for you.
I told my aunt, I was over at her house, my aunt Teodorita. Margaret remembers.
And say that it's over.
Yeah, Teodorita. And my aunt invited me over to the house, and she said, well, we went over, I don't know whether I invited her or not. And I need to say all these things exactly correct. If I do not say something that's correct, I will be corrected. Okay? You weren't invited.
You invited yourself.
You showed up like you always do. Anyway, we went over to my aunt's house. Let's go back to that part of it. And while I was there, she was kind of a person who knew Jesus and all that. So she said, "Ay, mijo, dicen que tú en la iglesia hablas muy bonito y que oras y que predicas." And I said, "Sí, tía."
In English?
Pues ponte a orar aquí conmigo. I want you to pray with me, she said. I said, "Fine, tía." We went into it and I prayed with her. She was older and getting sick and the whole thing.
Quite elderly.
Quite elderly. But through all of this, she never lost her way of being, and she was one of these people that was extremely elegant. And this aunt of mine not only was elegant, she had 2 little kids come up and interrupt. The story. And this aunt of mine, she was very exquisite. You know, she carried herself with a lot of dignity, and she just perked at everything, and her lips were always, real nice, and she held up her head and very elegantly. And the reason she's my aunt is because she was my grandmother's sister-in-law. Her brother was my Amalela's real father. His name was Juan Salinas. And the guy that raised us, is a step-grandfather of mine. And her last name is Salinas, and her name is Teodorita. And she had asked me to pray. I prayed for her. When I got through praying for her, and we prayed, I guess, for 10, 15 minutes, I said to her, I said, "Tia Teodorita, what I want you to do, now that I want you to pray for me." I said, "But pray that I get humble." I said, "God doesn't like people that are vain. Vanity is a sin that it's something God just doesn't like. And in me, I have a lot of vanity, and I need humbleness." And she looked at me and she smiled and she said, "Ay, mijito pobrecito. Mijito, my son, you're a very
poor little son.
Poor little son. I said, why, dear? She said, in our family, we're all very vain and very arrogant, and you're exactly like all the members of my family. And it just blew me away because here she was sick and all this, and yet she didn't want to pray for me because I was vain because she said it wouldn't go away. And her way of looking at us and the family,
the way you are.
That's the way I am. And she said that's the reason why she was the way she is.
She said she really prayed for that because we're very good looking, so we're not.
That's what she told me. She said we're very good looking.
We are vain because we are humble. Because we are good looking. So that's why Alexis said he's not conceited. He's convinced.
Oh, yeah, that's what he told us yesterday. He said, I'm not conceited. I'm convinced.
Clueless.
And I wanted to say, what that you're a pure asshole.
Yeah, the dad wonders why Alexis can't walk through a back window and not look at his reflection. Oh, gee, where do you get that from?
We've got this mirror in the center of the house. And you got to go by that mirror to get into the den a little bit. Every time he goes by it, he looks at himself and he goes,
and he kind of
flips his hair.
That's a test. What we should do is, when Sophia starts dating, we need to put a mirror up in the hallway, and if the boy comes in and sees himself in the mirror and goes like this,
yeah, you definitely
like
you need to leave it too much like our cousin.
I'm gonna cover up.
you know?
Well, Alexis looks at himself in the reflection of a car.
Oh yeah.
We've got him too. And he smiles, that big old grin. Right, check the window out. Kind of give himself a.
And we don't know why he's that way at all. We've only had him about a year and a half. He came out of a household where there were 12 kids. The other kids are all their brothers and sisters and him.
And my teacher,
His stepmother was pregnant then.
Just
Did you see that picture today? They don't want to show me that damn picture. See the picture today? Where's that picture, Isabel? Let me tell you, this guy posed for a picture. And they said, don't show it to him for goodness.
Because he posed, he did one of these muscle dances.
Oh, that was at the wedding.
Maury says that he looks like a hood.
He looks good there, but now.
Oh, well, that's what that
Yeah,
was.
the haircut.
Yeah,
His hair was shorter.
Yeah.
She was at his eyebrow.
Here, let me look at myself or my glasses.
Robert's saying he tries to cartilage.
Robert, can you stand all of this, Robert?
See, this is an
I guess you know us. These people are weird, man. But we love you, Robert. And you know it.
It's trying to be all macho there. It's like, yeah,
I
right.
think a lot about you because of your
Where's
face.
his family
I really
from?
do.
Where's your...
He's trying to run the
Oh, from Harlingen?
He's doing the muscle thing.
Great, now this guy here,
Ryan, you're 15, get out of here.
farmland. And
Oh, so you guys know his family?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Robert's mom was Maury's librarian.
Ah. Is that what you guys know? No?
We knew each other in high school.
Oh, but you guys actually met here in,
The picture, no.
oh, in Austin.
And then he noticed that all of us were trying to be
Started
all
dating.
like laughing. It was funny.
When you were at
There were Russians that were all like that. She looks
But when Maury was in first grade, his mother was a library.
Alexis has got this picture. Alexis has got ears like Tyson. Here, look at it. He's got ears like Tyson.
Yeah, well, his feet didn't come on the picture. That was unbelievable.
Whoa, that would be humbling.
See, that's a normal picture. That's just a normal, like,
Yes, it is with his little fish eyes. Jack. You know, every time I see it, I saw this picture. When I saw this picture, I wanted to say, "Anda, Skoshkinko,
Very smiling, Ruby.
And then he looked Japanesey.
But that's the way Andy's eyes are when he smiles.
Wonder what was it that everybody was laughing. Oh,
I'm making fun of
the one
Alexis'
that-
feet. He's doing a muscle thing. His chest is all concave.
He looks more normal here.
Of course he does. He looks real good in that other picture. some money, okay?
Oh,
And he gets these damn
somehow he got some money.
works.
He works.
No, the neighbor
He makes money, he works.
a little bit.
And then Jacob.
So he shows up at the house, and Isabel knows everything that goes on in her home. I mean, everything. This kid has been caught at every lie he ever told. And we didn't know that boys lied that much. We had no idea. The girls lied, but they could get away with it.
That's the only. See, you just didn't catch them.
That's right. They knew how to get
What
away with
Dad even told, like, you know, you lied, but you're not even a good liar. He gets caught on every single lie. He gets caught on every single lie.
And then he lies about some stupid things,
Well,
too.
you guys need to teach them that.
Did you?
Why don't you?
No, they don't want to teach them. They want to straighten his butt out.
Yeah.
So anyway, he shows up, and Isabel says to me, and Isabel comes to me with all these things. She says, I want you to see something. Okay? She says, look at this t-shirt. She said, what do you think about this? Your grandson's going to go out in public with this thing on. And we don't
Said
have
something
well,
nasty.
no, let me tell you, we don't have the best reputation in town, okay? Everybody knows that I'm an old hand, big loud mouth, right? And all that. But people
Now, what's worse?
but people do respect us as a family. And they do respect us as a family, and we are not known for doing anything wrong, really. But Alexis,
Not this particular one, although the extended family we'll go into later.
But, and so we do have a little something that we've got to uphold in the community.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already older people. How the hell can we do bad things now? So, think about this. So he shows up.
Yeah, like your cousin or whatever.
Ongoing criminal activity.
But that was not this particular.
Does Mom know about that?
I'm sure she does.
Oh, okay.
Now, Tila, the FBI.
So I said, what's
FBI
the
and
matter? She said, I want you to look at this. And she pulls out this t-shirt, puts it up like this in front of me, and the t-shirt says, the fun starts here. And he's got an arrow pointing down at his, I say crouch instead of crotch. Yeah.
Crouch. That's because the
More is it? Oh, no.
The man said that we're obese.
Yeah. And then the other one says, I know that they've got another t-shirt. And the other one says, I know that you want me or something.
I know you want me.
I know you want me. And Isabel's standing there with those t-shirts, and I'm going, oh my God, where's he going with? She said, I don't know if he's going to put them on and let the town see him.
Maybe that's for like the police.
I know you want me.
Make it easy.
I know you want me.
Walk around. So he kept them, and he slept with them.
So I put the damn shirts on.
Now they're no fun because Grandpa wears them.
They got a lot of something there. That is funny. Well, did you give him the $20?
No, because it's money that he had given.
Oh, you paid her?
No, he had given him to go buy something, but he was supposed to pay the change.
Check this out.
Whatever you want me.
Enseña al
So you ain't a pervert. Mira, Luis.
No, it's something
Ahí está.
Dad would wear.
Send it to Luis.
You know you want me, Vicente.
And he goes, no, you're extra lucky. He says, I can sleep with it.
Imagine. We got this kid that's supposed to be raised up in the name of Jesus, and he turns out into a pervert. He's 15.
Just typically 15. At least he's not like Dad was at 15.
True.
Running in bars,
No.
smoking and drinking.
Playing the numbers, dice.
Yeah, playing dice already. He wanted to teach my father today, when he was watching your grandson outside,
Yes, it is.
wanted to throw some dice out there. Because he was so happy that there were finally boys at his family gathering.
boys are out there playing pool. And he goes, finally, something I can relate to. Because they're hustling pool on the back porch. And he goes, I feel like throwing dice out at them. Wanted to corrupt the poor innocent 4-year-old child with a pair of dice.
Now, you know, Minerva's mom had her and then 6 brothers. And Minerva had Sophia and then 3 boys. So we're wondering if we had kept on going.
Oh, man.
Well,
and as luck would have it.
It does. Chemistry in there does have some
female chemistries just tend to favor
one over the other.
It's more
Like if it's more acid or more basic.
So it would have been rough. Yeah, the one that wasn't tight down. That's funny.
They would have played.
And Dad was hanging out at the rooster fights at 15. The rooster fights that have since been busted by the FBI. So what's wrong with a couple of little weirdo shirts? And looking at himself in a couple of mirrors. It's a big scheme, you know. When you look at the big picture, who's the worst 15-year-old, right?
Are you home
Well, it's always due to that.
They wanted that.
He was praying for that.
We were praying for you.
He wanted humility and no
Be careful what you pray for.
And then he's been claiming the blessings of Abraham, you know, the descendants numbering like the stars. They can't handle the one, and they want more. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, but the others will be handled by their parents. Hopefully.
And this happened by the grandparents.
Yep.
I know the scriptures, okay? That's one thing that I do know. And I didn't know what the Abrahamic covenant meant. You know, I wanted descendants as numerous as the stars in the skies and the sands and the sea. But I didn't know that they were all supposed to be handled by certain parents, you know. Alexis has really thrown a kind of a wrench into our not a bad wrench, okay? It's been very good for us. Because Alexis is not a...
Just a monkey wrench.
He's not a bad kid at all. He's not a, believe me, he is. As a matter of fact, all of the cholos and all of those guys he calls gangsters. And he doesn't want anything to do with any of those people. Especially so arrogant, he thinks he's better than they are.
He just wants to have something to do with all the wordy white girls in school.
Oh, yeah.
He likes blonde and
Korean
older. They're older. Yeah, and Korean.
Oh, we like them older because they can drive.
Yeah.
He doesn't. No money, no job.
Okay, now we trashed Alexis without him being here.
Oh, we do that.
Don't send this video to Alexis.
No,
we're doing it in front of him.
But now let's talk about all of the shortcomings of the girls, one at a time. Let's see, start with this one.
She had one shortcoming. She lives at the house.
He had to sell this week.
He's losing his hair.
Lost most of it, but his hair's longer than everybody in the family.
And she says for some reason all of his shirts go wide and short.
We wash these things and I swear we don't even have a
Most
dryer.
shirts shrink, kids get wide and
They do, I swear, we don't even have a dryer, okay? Wash them in cold water and he goes, man, look, we just bought this shirt and the shirt is like this long, but it's this long.
Try to fit clothes, you know.
They adapt, you know.
What a faithful wife. She's really supportive.
This guy didn't know that according to Mexican superstition, if you kill hummingbirds, you've ruined your life.
Bad luck. He was about 7.
They said they were hanging upside down. He went up there and batted the hell out of them.
He said and I knew couples, and they would be there, and he didn't know, apparently they sleep upside down, and there was like 7 of them, and he saw them, and he was like, cool, and he got a stick, bam, and he killed them.
7 lifetimes of bad.
So they told him that he was about maybe sure it's got food.
He does. He needs Luis Miguel's stuff. He does it great.
And now to make up for like, you won't even kill, like Margaret said you do is that you won't kill bugs, you just pick them up and take them outside. Yeah, like,
Well, it depends.
I thought of it.
Roy goes and picks it up, catches it.
And it's one thing you'll tell us, because you'll tell me or Jack, we should go and get it and throw it outside.
No, even a roach, Roy won't kill. He'll catch it. And then it's like spiders. He said if you see a spider, it means money. So like, you don't kill
He won't
spiders.
even kill a cockroach.
So I told Mom about this spider thing. And I said, oh, and Roy doesn't kill spiders. And Dad will go like, let's say there's a spider over here, right? Oh, it's a spider. He'll come over here. And then he just walks away. So you got this blotch over here. And Mom's walls are this color. So you have these blotches all over the wall of dead spiders.
We don't have blotches on our
Because Mom cleans up after you. So, I'm serious. So, Roy bought all those spiders. Roy won't kill it. He catches it, takes it outside, and says it needs money. So then, there was a spider dad, can you kill it? Mom said, no, I'm not going to kill any more spiders. Because Roy said that spiders mean money. And he says, when do you listen to Roy?
That's right.
And she said, well, Roy got this job over at the music school teaching, and now he's tripled his income. Bought this van. Obviously things are going good for him. He doesn't kill spiders anymore. So Mom said, we're not killing any more spiders. We're just catching them and taking them outside.
They're gonna die if they get in my way.
Better yet, breed them.
Spiders?
If they mean money,
They get more.
But that's just an old Mexican
Keep them so-
superstition. Luis knows about that kind of stuff. What do you think about spiders, Luis?
He's not.
do they mean money?
He doesn't.
Nah, he's sitting there right now saying, I don't like spiders,
Have you seen
snakes,
him all?
and they ain't what it takes to love me.
Well,
I don't want to be
And he just doesn't like this. He doesn't care. Why is he doing so far?
He won't steal spiders. However, this is the same man who went and laid a big long ribbon of masking tape on my long-haired cat. He took the he's Roy. Because he's Roy.
And he goes panicky when the damn tape starts falling on him everywhere.
We've been painting, so there was a thing of paint because when you meet Roy, you'll understand it was a Roy thing.
it'd be funny.
It's just a Roy thing. He wasn't thinking, and he took off the strip of tape, and it's about that long, and then there was a little elf part because it was an angle, and he took it off the wall, and the cat was innocently there minding his own business, and Roy just like that, and laid the tape on the cat, and right when he was like, I was like, no! And the tape lands again along the cat, and he's just trying to get away from the tape, and the more he moves, the worse he's making it, because he's a person.
Where the cat moves and things pulling on him.
It's getting more and more stuck.
We used to put a strip of Scotch tape
On their
on their paws, and every time they step on that paw with the Scotch tape, they go.
Trying to get rid of it,
So we managed to corner this poor cat and take the tape off of him. He was terrified. His heart was beating real fast. And he got so mad. He was mad. He just went for a couple of hours and just didn't want to see us. So he was so mad.
I bet you don't know Roy.
No?
No, he doesn't.
You're not
No, remember Roy was the one who I told him to pick I said, what do you think of Gabriel then?
Very few people know him.
Zeke said I rent him. Zeke is convinced that Roy doesn't exist. I just rent him. And then
Who?
well, Gabriel Roy is Zeke. Oh, Zeke, yeah. Yeah, but then he had said, oh, she rented the same one. No, Maguita's met him, but I don't think Luis has.
He just nobody in our family. And then finally people get to this. He's just a quiet, introverted. Most people that have a genius is not like that. They're just one side of the brain is more. And with him it's music. Huh?
Unibobbers.
Roy.
He doesn't have a cabin in Montana.
Cabin in Arlen.
There are places you can find Roy, you know, like he's getting
He is public.
at the Horizon every Friday, Saturday night at 9 o'clock.
And when he gets on stage, it's like day and night with him. He goes from being an introvert to being a complete extrovert. But it's because he's up there, you know, and I mean, he's hiding behind the microphone. And he'll start in with the jokes and the people and the crowd and the whole thing.
Yeah, that's how he expresses himself.
And it was one of the first time I heard him do that. He was playing at a place called Taco Charlie. And I had not heard how much he comes on with this stuff. And but you know, tell me, oh yeah, Dad, when he gets up there, he gets with the crowd and all that. And I walked in there, and he starts out, he says, hey, the great one's in the house.
He calls Dad the Great One.
And he comes out and he keeps going with this thing all night. He says, come on up here, Frankie, and sing one.
And like you have to tell Dad several times to get up and sing, of course.
Yeah, what?
Dad is the great one and Mom is the great one yet.
That's the great one. It's the great one.
And only Roy comes up with it.
Yeah, they have this,
Only Roy.
they have this Christian woman's organization. And Bettina used to be the chairperson or whatever she was there with them, coordinator. And Roy, you'd ask, where's Bettina at? And he said, she was out somewhere with the Christian chicks.
It's called the Christian Women's Club. That's the name of it. And Roy, she's with the Christian chicks.
Christian chicks.
Or then he'd ask me, like, because he knew it was on Wednesdays. Is tomorrow Christian Chicks Day? Yeah. Or he'd say, she go Christianized today.
And then he says about us, he says, that's just the Ansel in them. The Ansel, what is it?
Anselness.
Anselness in them.
We got Anselness and we have Chevelness. Chevelness.
And then with Isabel, he says, that's Chevelness.
Chevelle. Like Granny, because Granny would say, he's Chevella.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say Chavella, she'd say Chevella. So like this part is like Mom, right? So he said like, oh God. He says, that's your Chevella. He says like at night if I'm laying down, and he'll tell me things like if I'm reading, he's got to come in every 5 minutes to come and bother me and tell me weird things. Or like, Dad, Dad, Isabel, come and see this. He has to come and, hey, Roy will come in and he'll go, Isabel, you got to come see this. Because Dad was always doing that to Mom. He'd be watching the Golf Network. What does Mom need to see on the Golf Network?
The Golf Network?
Nothing. That's why he got a dish for the Golf Network, okay? And he got a big screen TV for the Golf Network. So here's Mom minding her own business, and Isabel.
I really enjoyed it too.
So Roy does this, and I'll be there reading or something, and he'll go, wait, your Chevelleness is protruding.
My ears are burning.
He'll say, do you do exercises to make the Chevelleness protrude? Yeah, and then I told him, I said, you have Chevelleness envy. You would say, like, I said he has hair envy.
Hair envy.
He has hair, and he'll really have hair envy with you. Because yours is really low. It's just way down. Yours is way low. It's really going to be upset with that. No.
You have to meet after Dibble's really overdue for a haircut. His hair's
No, but look how far down it is, though. I mean, even if it's pulled back, you got a lot. You've got a regular hairline. Roy was like that when he was 15. He's 45 now, so. It's long gone. For Roy's hair is not his own.
It doesn't have her hair.
Not on the top. Not on the top.
So his hair has started moving off of his forehead onto the backs of his ears?
No, it's on his ears. But he didn't notice it. He said when it started to fall out here, it started going on his back.
His back.
Can you put this on the back?
So, well, maybe if this was shorter.
Brandon has hair on his back, and even, I don't know, we were on the lake once, and he asked Robert to put suntan lotion on his back, and Robert was just like, and his wife looked over at Robert, she says, I haven't even done that.
She told Robert to do it. watch the tape now.
Uncle Luis and Aunt Margaret.
Not all of them.
See you when you get here.
Bye, Mom.
So you
Bye,
can
Dad.
drop it in there.
Have a good time.
Come and visit soon.
We'll see you in the fall.
If at all.
Okay, Mom. This is several days later now. This is our home for now. It's the day after you got back from Washington. So it's November 8th right now. Sunday, November 8th. We're about to go to a park. I don't know how much battery time I have left on the video, but I'm going to try to show you around the house. So this is she can't see you. This is the main living area. Gas fireplace, which isn't too romantic, but it works. That TV is the landlord's. It came with everything. So I'm going to show you around the other parts of the house.
Without warning me, he's going to show you around the messy house.
Minerva said the house is a big mess because we're getting ready to go out, but I want to get this taped to you guys because it's been a long time. This is our kitchen. It's a small kitchen, what they call a step-saver kitchen. That's the feature. The oven is brand new. It's very nice, but it's electric. That's it. We get a view out the window to our neighbors, which is an apartment complex. This is the dining area. That's a church pew in the background, and the table where we normally sit. That door there goes out to the backyard, which is a nice backyard. Not too big, but it's nice. We'll go out in the backyard in a second. And there's a little counter there where we can pass things back and forth when we're eating breakfast, between the kitchen and the dining area. Messy bedroom right now. That's the stuff there that I'm getting ready to take with me to the park. We're going to a park to check things out. And there's a window going to the back. The messy bedroom now. And that's our bathroom. The drawers came with the apartment. That little desk there came with the duplex as well. And that's the hallway. The main hallway, the central hallway. Leading out. Try not to make everyone sick here by bouncing the camera around. This right here is a little utility room where they have the washer and dryer. That's where I have my computer set up right there. And then this is the upstairs, going up to where the kids are, the kids' rooms are. I'll show you the upstairs in a few seconds here. The artwork hanging on the walls belongs to the landlord. Upstairs now, and this is the boys' room. It's one room, but you'll notice that there's a partition up there. Zachary has a great view. And this is their desk where they can do homework and do Legos and stuff.
And it came free.
That's our daughter Sophia, in case you don't recognize her.
And she's ugly too.
And there's Zachary's bed.
That's
Not done right now. But
how about going to play? No.
we'll take more video of the kids later when we go out to the park. We'll go out and look at the park. And this is their bedroom upstairs. Their bathroom upstairs, I mean. And this is Sophia's room. She gets a nice big room.
And look at my beautiful view.
She gets a nice view.
Look out the window.
2 big closets. Here's a view of our neighborhood. And that's our backyard there. That's the patio. It's not covered. Pretty nice backyard. We'll go look at the backyard in a second. And over that fence there, it's hard to see, but right there, that's a parking lot for the apartments. Oh, out of focus. That's a parking lot for the apartments that are next to us. We're in a duplex here, but then those things over on the other side of that fence are apartments. And to the back of us, another set of apartments. These trees that you see around here, it's like, that's what most of the homes around here have, these types of trees. Outside now in the backyard. Nice trees. It's been raining, so the yard is wet right now. Behind those fences is apartments on both sides. But they're not the tall kinds of apartments. They're more like duplexes and quadplexes. Behind us there are some tall apartments. Let me look down here before I move because I don't want to step in any dog poop. Okay, that's the rest of the yard there. You'll notice that ditch. That's an engineered ditch to prevent the water from running off, and there's a gate there that goes to the front. That's our air conditioning system. They have gardeners that come by every other week or so. That's the back entrance to our house and to the bedroom. We've barbecued here already. They come by every other week or so and trim the bushes and do the grass. That up there is Sophia's room, and that one over there is the boys' room. We're looking at it from the outside. Our neighborhood. Our truck. Those homes across the street there are mostly duplexes and quadplexes. This is our across the street neighbor. The little girl is named Lauren, and her mom just recently married a new husband. And that's the street that our kids go down to get to the school, right there. Our street is a quiet street. It's a cul-de-sac, but then that street right there is kind of busy, the one that crosses it. And this is the driveway to our house. That's the car we're using right now.
The Chinese yo-yo.
Not much of a car, but it's working. That's the car that actually I inherited from Minerva's grandfather, an old Buick Centurion. We have that half of the garage. And there's this huge tree that's in our front yard. Very nice tree. And that's the entrance to our house right there. Right there. And there are all kinds of lizards and stuff when it's hot. Geckos and anoles. And that's the entrance to the backyard. Kind of a nice front yard. And the kids play out here often with Lauren, our across the street neighbor. We have some new neighbors on that side. Pretty nice neighborhood. It's pretty quiet. Before you cross the street, please. Okay, now here's a far view of the house. What, Zach?
I was going to ask, since we're going to the park,
these big trees that you see here, you see all around the place. Okay, go ahead, Zach. What?
Turn it up.
What? What do you want to ask about the park?
I was going to ask, since we're going to the park, can we bring our bathing suits just in case there might be a pool or something there?
No, there is a lake there, but it's going to be pretty cold. What, Jacob? What?
I'm going to go over there and go here, okay?
You want to come over to this side of the street? Well, I'm coming over there right now. We're getting ready to go. We're going to show Grandma and Papi the park. Yeah, okay, now Gavin wants to show you his millipede before we go to the park. I'm not sure how much battery power we have here.
It says battery in the little things.
Oh, it's about to run off. Run out.
This is my millipede. It's cool, huh?
Okay, now this is the millipede. We found this crawling in our bed a few nights ago.
You did?
Mommy felt it wrapped around her foot or something.
You did, Mom?
And so Gavin came in, and they have these all over the place here in Texas. And they like to get in bed with you, so because it's nice and warm there in your bed. So
Now you want to
maybe
see
you
my
can open
lizard?
it up so they can see how big it is. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. All right, don't do that. No, don't do that, because he starts pooping when you open him up. It's all right.
Now you want to see my lizard? Okay.
Okay. Now the Anole.
This. This is.
No, don't hold him too close, okay? Let me focus on him because you can't see. Okay. That's the kind of lizard that they have all over the place here.
Also
It's
geckos.
not focusing very well.
Also geckos.
Yeah, they have geckos too, and the geckos drop their tail.
And those do too before.
Okay. I was just kidding about the millipede. Okay, this is a place called Old Settlers Park. It's in Round Rock, which is the town that we're hoping to live in. There's Minerva and Jacob. There's a nice lake here, and you can hear the ducks. It's a bit cold right now, and a bit wet. Just been raining. It's the biggest park we've been to so far. There's a bathroom there and some facilities. Over in this direction is the playground. There are the kids playing there. And it goes on around over here and all the way to the back. Except for the wetness, it's actually a nice day to be here. It looks like an island over there. Some big patch of trees. That might be an island. Maybe we can bring out a little paddle boat or something. I don't know where the other kids have gone. We brought some frisbees and a trackball to play with. Minerva, you see where Sophia and Gavin are? Okay, well, don't let him get too far that way. There's a bunch of stuff over to the other side there. I think it's part of the park. I saw some fences over there and some cows as we were driving here. And it took a while to drive here, too. They have some RVs, a place to set up RVs over there. Pretty nice. Those guys there are playing frisbee golf. Use some special frisbees to do that. You can throw them a really long distance. You aim at a place that you want it to land. Saw the frisbee going way over there. Hit a tree over here or something. Zachary and Jacob. Minerva watching Gavin and Sophia. They're way over there somewhere. Oh, here comes Sophia. There's some ducks over there to feed. So. But we didn't bring anything to feed them. We ate right before we came. What have you got, Sophia?
Huh?
What have you got?
Fishing line.
No hook on it, right?
No.
Be careful if they're fishing over there. Don't let them... If they're overhand casting, don't get behind them, because they can hook you. Okay, well, I'm going to put this away and go enjoy the park.
Hi, Grandma.
We're almost running out of battery power anyway.